I'm going to do a winter warmer of beef stew and herb dumplings. The combination of this puffy, beautiful dumpling with the stew, nothing better. For that, I'm going to use the Food Fresh preserving bags, the mini slow cooker, the ultimate veg chopper, and the multicoloured lidded dish set. The ingredients for the stew is I've got some diced chuck beef, and I've just placed it into the bags with some thyme, a little bit of rosemary and some olive oil. The great thing about the preserving bags is you can marinate it and allow those flavours really to come. And you can see just beautifully, do this 2 or 3 days before, absolutely fantastic. We've got some chopped parsley, fresh bay leaves. We've also got here in the multicoloured dish set some Guinness and some stock, and you can use a bought-in stock, you can use some stock cube. Either way, we just made it into a stock, and we've got the Guinness here. We've got some flour here just to thicken it, and some olive oil to cook. For the dumplings, now they're very, very simple. The dumplings is just flour, some suet, and some mixed herbs with just a little splash of water to bring it together. Let's get cooking with the beef. Pan on nice and hot, a little bit of olive oil in, just a little splash in there. Not too much, because what I've done is I've marinated into the bag already some oil in there so you get the flavours going along. Onion and garlic into our vegetable chopper. Chop those up. Off that comes, and we've got our garlic and our onion nicely chopped. Take that over to your pan, in that goes. We're just going to fry that lightly. Take your bay leaf. And what we do with the bay leaf is just split that in half so we release the flavour from the bay leaf. So just crack the back of it, in that goes. Fry your onion and your garlic. And then I've lightly fried some beef in another pan just to get this going. And we want a real deep colour. So in goes the beef. So the onions are in there just minutes with the garlic, the beef. Mix this together, real deep golden we're after. Turn the heat down a little bit. And then I've diced up some celery and some carrot, and I've just let them sit in the bag. Again, I've chopped them up, let them fall in. That's some celery, my carrot. I've just peeled them with the peeler and diced it. You can slice them if you want. I want them a little bit chunky, so when it's cooked, you've still got a bit of bite to it. Give that a mix. This stage, a little bit of salt and some pepper. And then we're going to lightly just coat to thicken it, a little bit of flour. And we only want a little bit of flour. Mix the flour now in all the juices. Stirring this all the time. We're then going to add some stock to it. And this is the beef stock. And pour your beef stock over. While that's coming up to the boil, I want some fresh thyme. So take the thyme and again just rip some of this off the top and just again rip it in. Give that a mix. Look at that, beautiful. So some fresh Guinness. And we want plenty of liquid in it, because as it cooks in the mini slow cooker, we want it to thicken up, and it'll be in there for a couple of hours, so we don't want it to dry. So plenty of Guinness in there. And then this is the slow cooker, and just remove the insert. A great thing again is dishwasher. We put it in the dishwasher, no problems with that. Take your stew and just pour that into your slow cooker. Look at all those bags of flavours, the carrots, the celery, the thyme. You've got a little bit of garlic in there, and it's just covered. You can see in the pot, it's just covering the liquid, and the stock is just covering the vegetables. Look at that. Now, we're going to make some dumplings. Take a bowl, and into the bowl place your flour. So some flour, salt. Now, the dumplings will take plenty of salt, so don't be shy with the salt. Pepper. Take your suet, which is just your shredded suet. suet goes in, and then some water, and just a spoonful of water. Add to that some chopped parsley, and I've got some chopped mixed herbs, rosemary, thyme, some chives, just to give the colour in the dumpling a little bit of flavour. Mix this together to form a little dough, and what this needs is a good 10 minutes, real mixing, so you bring all the flavours and work the herbs going through the dumpling mix nicely. Give that a mix, and what happens then is it goes nice and soft, and the flour ends up becoming this elastic texture. Look, really you want this elastic texture. Still feeling the lumps in it, but you want this elastic texture. A little bit of flour so it doesn't stick on your hands, and we're going to shape them into some balls. Roll them round, cut your balls round into balls, and all we do then is take your dumpling, quite big, chunky, you see the herbs, the colours in there, and just sit them on top of your stew. Again, take your mixture, bit of flour, roll them into a ball, just like that, and again, pop them on top. Now, this is great for 2 people, 3 people, depending on your size. You can do smaller dumplings. I'll show you some smaller ones, like this. Or you can do really big ones, or you can just do one big one as like a crust on top. The slow cooker is great for things like curry. We're going to use it on things like poaching and steaming some fish in. Cook it slowly in the cooker. Dumplings on, take the dish, place it back into the cooker, on it goes. You can see from here, you've got high, you've got low. Turn it on high first, lid on, give that an hour, and we'll come back and see what it's like then. Stew and dumplings, great with crusty bread, some nice parched peas, cabbage. Let's have a look at the stew now that's been braising now in the mini slow cooker for about an hour and a half. First half hour was on high, we've turned it down, gone away. Let's come back to it and see what's happening. Look at that, the heat is fantastic, it's boiling away, and what I need to look at is that the beef is nice and tender, which it is definitely. The carrots are still, look at that, the carrots have still kept the shape, and the dumplings are lovely and firm but still fluffy. We'll lift that out onto a serving dish like so, and just to finish it we need a little bit of chopped parsley on top, and there we have beef stew, dumplings, top banana. So there you have it. Clean Easy really does have a great range of products, making life easier.